Yo, Banter fam. Apologies for the delay.
Everyone says that the delay was because I was doing my hair. So it's not because I was doing my hair. It was more because you were trying to move your computer around from studio to office to studio to office.
Yeah, some technical difficulties. But I see a lot of people think I've been cutting more cables. I'm behaving today.
Have people finally woken up to Arwaeve? Is that what's happening here? Have people finally woken up to Arwaeve?
What entries we got, buddy? You know what I mean? Everyone's, we 60% up even from this early week entries. So Arwaeve's really done great. And I think it's on a massive road on its way to $100, $150, $200. I really think it's going to move.
The first time that I called Arwaeve on this channel, I'm actually trying to find it for the community. I actually want to show you. I think Arwaeve was at about $1. Let's have a look here. Arwaeve.
Sheldon cuts too many wires.
There we go. So 9 months ago. Hold on, I want to show you this. 9 months ago, I've never done a full video on one token ever. And 9 months ago, I did a altcoin gem review on Arwaeve. So let's move on to the next segment of the day, and that for me is the most exciting segment, and that is because this is my biggest holding. Yep, this is my biggest altcoin bag, and this is a protocol called Arwaeve. So that was the video. That was the video.
Oh, Rand, you had earphones even. You had headphones.
But you know what? There are other opportunities. I think today what we'll do is actually you can't cry over what you've missed. The question is whether you've missed Arwaeve. Then what we'll do is they'll show you some good opportunities. And I did find, even though this market is hot, I have got like 3 or 4 other amazing opportunities. So let's get the show going. What do you say, guys?
Yo, come here, the Banter crew. Guess what?
6 in the morning, what the hell are you doing? Get the fuck out of bed, bitch, we going straight to the moon. This time you listen to the sniper, cause he knows what he's doing. The way he analyzes trends, yo, you know he's a shoe. And it's overflowing, I think my money's going straight through the roof. I need to take me a broom so I can rake in the loot. It's Banter Fan with the answers, man, and that's thanks to Rand. He's dropping knowledge on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Degenerates taking over in the altcoins, we making moolah. Just bought me some Doge, and you know that we definitely staking Luna. Bam, yo, that's 5 count sunny. Out here living lavish, yo, we making wives, changing money. This lifestyle is lovely. Crypto Banner is the channel that can help you spike up your money. Just open your eyes and invest in the future. There are protocols out there that are destined to do stuff. Trust me. See, they tell us all the time, Crypto Banner is the channel that is changing our lives. Now smash the like button, smash the like button. The sniper's right 100% of the time, brother. Crypto Banner.
I must say, I love that because every single part of that is actually made by the community, and every single part of that is actually given to us as gifts from our community. The song was recorded from one of our community members. The footage is recorded by L, who's here, and mixed by L, who's just one of our community members. Every part of this show is actually all about the community. So thank you, guys. Wow. It's so amazing. There's so many people all around the world that are part of this amazing family. Another thing which I want to show you guys also, part of the community, is if you go, so I just want to see if I've actually got it here. I want to see if I got it here. If you go and do a Google search, you'll see that our videos are starting to come up in the top videos when you start doing Google searches. And that is because another member of our community, a guy called Mark in the UK, he's now started to help us with the SEO. So this community is growing. It's all being done by you guys. And if you're part of this community, thank you. And if you're not, well, welcome. Subscribe to the channel. Join our family, and if you are in the family, then stay tuned until the end because we are giving away 50 tickets to go to our party in Lisbon. Put up the thing about the party in Lisbon. Let's show the guys the party in Lisbon. So we're having a party in Lisbon on Monday night. We're gonna just we can't see it. Maybe if you just want to put it up again. There we go. All right. So there is a event on Monday night, which is happening. So that is in Lisbon. If you are in Lisbon, please come and join the event. If you're not, please don't take somebody else's ticket, because there are very limited tickets. James, I sent you the link. Put the link in the description. And at the end of the show, we'll give away another 50 tickets to the event in Lisbon. If you're there, come. And if you're not there, we'll join at a city near you guys. Before, I've got a whole lot of stuff that I want to discuss with you guys today. There is only one show today because we're both flying later. If there are any altcoin calls that need to be updated, they will be updated live on CoinPanel. Sheldon and I will do them from the plane. So if you don't have CoinPanel, there's a referral link below. Sign up. It's free for the first 2 weeks. At least we can stay in touch with you guys on the plane. All the charts, every single one of the charts is updated on CoinPanel. So that's that. Sheldon, you take away the charts, and then there's so much we need to discuss with so many amazing calls. Also, I do want to talk about leverage because...
And I think as we also starting off here, as you guys know, we're starting off these new portfolios between us. And remember, what this is at Joke Things, it's a competition. But what it actually is it's a sense of two different views on how we hit in this market. And what's nice about it is it sort of gives you a view of two different ways and two different styles. At the end of the day, it's just going to help you with different ideas to categorize yourself. So it's got nothing to do with you know what I mean, actual competition. It's more about showing the two ways and how we actually build it. How am I going to be trading it? How's Rand going to be trading it? And I think together we're just going to create a really powerful strategy for the whole community. And that's what we're talking about today. I'm looking at the 10x. How am I going to 10x that portfolio?
When you search altcoins, we come up as number 2. So this is 3 days of one of the community members helping us tag our videos and helping us get to the top. So thank you, the most unbelievable, incredible community in the whole world. Really, really, really. And we do try and help you. We do try and change your lives. Sheldon, you take it away with the charts, and I'll join you straight after you're done with the charts.
Cool, brother. No problem. Cool. So first one. I'm just going to have a quick update on Arwaeve. Do you see the importance, guys? Remember the simple strategy, trend breakouts, flag breakouts. You see how we break, we come and we test, support, and then we do have the continuation. So remember, whenever you're adding any coins, Rand's always going to bring fantastic fundamental coins, and you always want to be buying them on little pullbacks and little, a simple system helps you with that. Your stochastic would have told you at the top there that, rather wait, this thing's overbought. Remember, by using the simple tool of the stochastic is when I'm looking to buy a coin, let me go look at that coin on the 12-hour, on the daily, on, really look at the higher time frames, because then you can be realistic with yourself on what this coin can actually, do in the next month or in the next few weeks to actually come. So when you're looking at that, if you were looking at an Arwaeve position, even though the fundamentals are so strong and, we're looking at this coin really kill it over Q4, you still want to buy it on a pullback. You still want to buy all of your coins on pullback. And this little tool here, you don't want to be buying in the overbought territory. So then, be a bit patient, as it makes its way down. And I'll show you perfectly, I'm loving 4-hour and 8-hour entries with the stochastic, because as you can see, if you jumped on and say, should I have bought Arwaeve or not? You would have seen this is overbought. You would have been a bit of patience, seen it to make its way down. You would have seen stochastic get its way to the bottom, and you would have been stocking up on the actual dip. So remember to use the strategy with any coin that you are using. Remember, we're always going to give preferences on coins that we're getting into, but whatever coin you're getting into, as long as you got a strategy with that coin and you know what to do when something specific happens with that actual coin. So looking at Arwaeve now, if I jump over here and I see where we're looking at, remember, I'm still looking at Arwaeve making its way to the $150 to the $200 mark. So remember, I'm sniping in, I'm going to lower time frames to catch my entry, and then I'm going to a much higher time frame chart, and I'm using these basic logarithmic channels to see where realistically can we get in Q4 and 4 for these coins. And this will start to help me identify, am I buying a coin in the second half? Meaning I need to be realistic, like will this be a 10x or will this be a 5x? What I'm seeing with Arwaeve is where we bought it, we're buying it in the second half of the channel. So I got to be realistic with gains as well, that if I'm buying this, when it gets to $180, $200, like I really need to start thinking now, because of where this coin has come from. Remember, Arwaeve in the end of July was sitting at $7, and it's already done remarkable things. It's already done a 12x. So this just gives me a little bit of a realistic view, because the importance, guys, and this is why we are starting this account, and why I'm going to be showing you the coins that I'm getting into and how I'm tracking it, is you have to have some sort of damn target when you're entering that. Not to say you're completely getting out of the coins, but you have to have some sort of set, because remember, they're going to trap you to hold as long as possible. And then by the time the dump comes, and we need to always go back and just always humble ourselves and remember what does happen when we have big movements in the market, is we can get a really big shift very quickly. And, all of this hard work that took through all of these months over here, literally gets erased very, very fast. So it's very important just to have that little set for you. Now, Arwaeve, I wouldn't be buying now. I'll be a bit more patient. Wait for your stochastic 12-hour or your daily to hit the bottom, then you can buy. Because it's a simpler strategy. If you just buy the stochastics at the bottom on whatever coin you want during the cycle, just buy them when they're over. You can see where Bitcoins just come from. Just come from the bottom. It's showing now the bulls are going to start fighting back. Just ladder in any of the coins that you want. Just buy them on the simplicity of being oversold. That's it. Then that will just get you comfortable and teach you the basic simplicity of buying dips. So Arwaeve, I won't be buying now, but I'll be waiting for the remainder of Q4 to get up to that $200 region, and then we will start to have a look. And if there is any next specials of 20% drops at any point, we'll be adding to our bags. Now, jumping to Bitcoin quick. Now, what I like about Bitcoin and where we're sitting at the moment is, we always have the possibility of a quick shakeout, and that's why this box will always remain here. And what we're doing is, Rand spoke yesterday about having 20% into cash. Now, whenever you are freeing up a bit of cash in the market, you want to be stocking up some cash from the big profit makers. We had Rune that did 70% from our entry. To bank a little bit of profit along the way is good, because if there's any other big specials or dips, or Bitcoin does have a quick dip to 51, you always load it with cash. Everyone is, they're terrified when we have a big dip in the market, because you don't have money to buy the dip. So erase that. Learn to work with both things. So what I like with Bitcoin is we always have that possibility. Okay. But what is still showing me bullishness is the bears are battling to get the price down to those levels. And we still broke out of this bottom wedge, this daily wedge that we were to the downward side. Remember, the last wedge that we had was this one over here. That was the wedge. So you can see over there, or not the wedge, the actual flag. Okay. And now we're painting the same thing. And now we're at that point where we broke through, we made the higher high, we've come in, we've tested. So what I am seeing here is I'm seeing the bulls now going to reclaim this all-time high thing. I still think we got to go quite a bit higher before we have a nice $10,000 shakeout at any point. I still feel the bulls still need to attempt more. We don't really, for the remainder of Bitcoin to get 100K this year, I don't want to see this price get here just yet. I would like to see it get a bit higher first, and then we can have some sort of shakeout. So for now, over the weekend, I'm pretty bullish for the weekend. I think the weekend is really going to start getting some sort of momentum, and that momentum will purely come through on the dominance when we have a nice little bounce. Remember, this is a very strong leg to the alt side. That was helping the alts. I'm still waiting for some point, this little bounce. And this little bounce is going to help Bitcoin get to all-time highs, help it get to these specific levels, just to keep the market, I would say, confident. Because, Bitcoin holding out the whole time, it sort of creates a little bit of nerves at times. And that's why the alts don't go berserk every day. Why are the alts not doing, some of them are doing 20%, but why is the majority of them not moving? It's because Bitcoin's sitting at this level. It keeps dropping. It keeps this. It's not moving much. And then, it's going to take a little bounce from the dominance to get it where it needs to get. And then we can actually act on that as well. So I'm pretty bullish at the moment. I think it is going to be a Bitcoin bounce, the next bounce. And then I think what we're really waiting for is we stocking up on alts now, because if Bitcoin does rally up, it doesn't matter if the dominance is in Bitcoin's favor. The alts are still going to slowly grow with Bitcoin. And where we're really going to make money is on this next downwards leg. This next one that really where it shoots dominance back down to 40, it could even possibly break the low. And then we can go into, into the 35%. And that's a lot of money to be diversified from Bitcoin into the alts. Now, looking at that, and the last little main one that I'm focusing on, we are degens, we trade alts, is the total 3. It is holding $1 trillion at this point. It was always struggling to hold it. So we're looking good there at the moment. And I am seeing a nice little explosion coming through this month, and that's looking good. So all of our indicators are showing good. Now, what are we stocking up on? So what I'm going to be showing you guys is we have a brand new portfolio now. Okay. Now, this is just a good, and you guys are already in a lot of entries that we have given to now the past few weeks. But at least now this will start to give you a bit of an indication on if you just started now at any single point. I'm going to teach you guys how I take profits. When these coins are really ripping, where do I put stop losses? You know what I mean? I want to ride this account with you for Q4. And I believe this account can 10x. And with this now, as you can see, we've loaded $50,000. We'll speak about the remaining in here for now. And I'm going to show you now how I'm going to start stocking up. And looking right now that Arwaeve's gone already, I can't be buying Arwaeve right now. What can I be buying? Now I start jumping in here, and one that I've been bullish on, I'm still wearing it, and I still say to this day, I don't have it in this portfolio yet, and I will be adding some, is definitely Chainlink. I'm going to be, let's get in here to our thing over here. I'm going to be adding Chainlink, and I'm going to start showing you guys the coins that I'm able to buy right now, that are buys now for me. Let's get into
Are you starting to trade the portfolio? Like, is this it? Like, are we live?
Dude, we're on. You're going to have yours.
Okay, so hold on. Stop. So first of all, let's just see. You've got $50,000, which I sent you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's my balance. I've got 50,077. I think it was just the fees that went up and down. So you got 50,000, I got 50,000. The rules are as follows. You can do whatever you want, as long as it's on KuCoin for now. Okay. I'll tell you why I say as long as it's on KuCoin for now. There is a lot of stuff that we can't do on KuCoin. And so what I think we're going to do is we're also going to add MetaMask. So you'll be able to trade any MetaMask type wallet. Why? Is because I found this product, which we spoke about before. It's called CoinStats. So CoinStats.app. You can see it over here. Now, why I like this product is because what it allows you to do is to add all your portfolios, whether they're in MetaMask or on an exchange, into one place. So I don't know about you, but I've got so many different accounts. I've got so many I've got like 5 MetaMask accounts. I've got my KuCoin account. I've got my Binance account. I've got my Coinbase account. I've got all the other accounts. And there's no one place where I can see exactly what's happening with my portfolio every single day, right? But if I add it here, then I can add it to the whole portfolio. So you can see this is like I've only linked one of my accounts for now. But later on, I'm actually going to start adding all my accounts. I'm going to start adding all the accounts that I've got and all my MetaMask. If you want this, and I think it's going to help you guys a lot with the trading competition that we're doing now, there is a referral link below. It's called CoinStats. It is one of the best things I've ever used, honestly. Like, to see all my accounts in one place, to see all the movement of all my portfolio in one place. I don't know about you guys. I have this problem all the time. Also, sometimes I buy tokens and I don't remember which wallet I've put them in. Then I've got to go through like 5 wallets and open each one of them and see which portfolio I've put in. I think it's like $4 a month or $3 a month to buy this thing. So how do you say no to that? Okay, so that's that. So for now, we'll start with KuCoin, but next week we'll add MetaMask. So we'll do KuCoin and MetaMask. I think that's how we're going to do it. Buy and sell whatever you want. I think for the purposes of this, no leverage. What do you say, Sheldon?
No, absolutely no leverage. No. I want to be true. We keep talking about these. We can 10x our portfolio in Q4, right? Yes. I believe it's fair for us to be running accounts and running it through everyone. So you can see clear if there's any dips in the market, if there's anything in the market, here's the account. This is how we handle it. This is how we do it. Remember, guys, remember, this is not a competition. Random Man runs your long term. He's the best info ever as an investor. That is it. I'm a guy that comes in and say, if you don't have as much to fill up your investments, I'm going to show you how to make a little bit more and how my splitting system actually works.
It is a competition.
It's just to not confuse. No. We don't want people to confuse.
Definitely a competition.
I'm gonna show you how we do it, and I think we're at this level now where we can really.
Definitely a competition. You want to have competition? We make competition. Okay, let's not hog the whole show on this because I think there's a lot of stuff that we need to go on. First thing that I want to do before we actually start getting into trades is I want to remind you guys of this. And I'm reminding you guys not because I want to ruin the party, but because I do love you guys. The leverage is high. Mm-hmm. The leverage is, here it is. The last time on the 20th of November, the leverage was at a 0.195 level. And now the leverage is at 0.193. The leverage is high. So when the leverage is high, I don't want to ruin the party, but the leverage is high, guys. So be careful out there.
What does that mean? That means we put in limit orders.
You can put in limit orders. I think I'm going to sit on my hands. I think I'm going to sit on my hands for a while. I'm not going to do anything because if I think I can buy something at a much bigger discount, unless I think that it is an absolute what. Everything's back up. So the leverage is high. If I think I can buy something at a discount, there's no way that I'm going to start buying it now. Patience is the easiest way to make money in any market. So for me, hey, chill. The market is run. I want to remind you. I want to just go through some of the coins that we've spoken about, and I want to just remind you about some of them. Let's call up the charts while I'm talking about them. So let's look at Superfarm. We called Superfarm for you guys last week or this week at 85 cents. And I said to you, Superfarm is going to $4. Okay, go and see Superfarm.
1.72. Yeah, it's pumping.
Okay.
Pumping.
Don't buy it now, but if you're holding it, it is going to $4. Don't buy it now, but if you're holding it, Superfarm is going to $4. Don't buy it now though, because you missed that trade. But if you're holding, hold it.
When do you buy it? You buy it when it's here. There's your tool.
Saber. Saber. I still think you can be buying Saber.
Yeah, Saber's nice because it's basically come out of a breakout and it's always come in test. So it's an SR flip. So, look to catch. I think it will come a little bit lower to about 28 cents and definitely capitalize.
I'm still buying Saber. I'm actually going to buy more Saber. I'm buying more Solana gems ahead of the Solana conference. The only problem I have with Saber for us, it's not listed on KuCoin. Damn you, because I would have stuffed my portfolio with some Saber now. Saber and Raydium. Let's see if Raydium is listed on KuCoin. Hold on. Let's look at Raydium. R-A-Y. Raydium. Is Raydium listed on KuCoin? See, Raydium I would buy. Is it listed on KuCoin? Not listed on KuCoin. Okay. That's not good. I wanted to buy some of that. You know which one I'm looking at as well, which hasn't had a run for a hell of a long time, is Celsius. Go and look at Celsius.
What's the ticker again?
CEL.
Not yet, buddy. I won't buy it yet. No, there's just nothing. There's no volume yet or no true
Sheldon,
strength.
look at that accumulation. Look at that accumulation, Sheldon.
Yeah, but it's making lower lows. Like it broke out. So this for me was accumulation. So let me just show you. That was the channel for me. That is accumulation channel. We've broken the bottom. So I'll be a little bit patient. Maybe you can load that dollar cost now, but I'd be a little bit patient.
Okay, let's see if that's one that potentially I would look to be buying now, because why? It's the only one that hasn't really had a run. And the thing with Celsius is go back with Celsius. Just go back as far back as you can go, like on your chart.
I just want to see if I can get the other one.
The thing with Celsius is that it doesn't go down.
There's not much data. There's not much data.
You see, okay, let me get you the same chart on KuCoin, and I'm going to go to the 180-day chart on Coin. This is a 180-day chart of Celsius. We're at a 180-day low. There's no reason why we should be at a 180-day low. So I don't know. I'm looking at it. I wouldn't ape into it right now. Fantom, the price of Fantom went back up for those people who were looking at Fantom yesterday, and that is because Gero made a video on them yesterday. Very, very, very positive video. If you haven't watched it, go and watch it. What do you think of Fantom?
It's good. It bounced in support. It's broken a short-term trend. So short-term, I see Fantom coming back a little bit lower, back to like 2.7 to 2.8. And then from that, go attempt the highs again. So there was no real massive higher time frame lower lows. It just needed a little bit more time. So yeah, my Fantom entries will come probably by Monday. I won't be buying just yet, adding more just yet. But for those who have, hold strong. Like, you know what I mean? It's really going to do well.
Yeah, so Fantom is one. Okay, I'm still holding it. I bought a bit more. As soon as I saw that Gero dropped the video, I kind of thought that his video would move the market, and that's exactly what happened. I still think Alien Worlds. What does the Alien Worlds chart say? TLM is the ticker symbol.
Yeah. I just it had a nice little bounce yesterday. So 26 to 28 cents. Then I'll buy more. Remember, I want specials. We always want to buy specials.
Okay. The other one that I looked at is Charlie 3 and Gero. So again, Cardano narrative's not hot. Now's the time when I'm accumulating these things. Don't buy them up. Don't ape into them. There's no point. Just buy them slowly. Buy them slowly. What else, Sheldon? Nahmii, N-I-I. Have a look at Nahmii.
I'll try get it on Dex Tools. I'll have a look there. So I'll show you the few that are this, and this is how I'm trading it, and very simple strategy for everyone. I'll explain it now. So N-I-I. Nahmii. Let's have a look. I know it did very well. No, I won't buy now.
No,
I'll tell you when to buy it, but I won't buy now. No, it's just come off a ripper. It's done very well.
Cool. So yeah, maybe do you want? If I'm not adding anything right now to my KuCoin portfolio, if you want to add, just maybe to show the guys what you want to do.
Cool. So what I'm doing, guys, is we know Q4 now. We're in an aggressive stage in the market. So what I'm doing is I'm using a 50K as the example, and we got a 50K what we're doing. Now, what I want to do with that is I want to take at least 50% of that right now, and I just want to put them in Q4 holds. I don't want to go in and out. I don't want to play with it. I just want a Q4 hold that runs until January, Feb, anywhere in that mark. Remember, this is where I'm using my pure little channels. And here, I don't care if Chainlink goes to $29 or it has a little dip in the market. I'm looking at the ultimate picture for holding it for 3 months. What's the power of holding for 3 months with a certain percent of my portfolio? I'm then going to have a little bit more active one, which are going to do little TPs. And I'm going to teach you guys how we free up cash with those as well. But the best thing in a bull market is to not get in and out too much. You can't get into out too much. This is where they're going to trick you out. So currently what I've done this morning, and it was just before right now, while Rand was chatting, was I just put in 3 orders over here. And what the orders were, let me show you, is I put in some Thorchain, Chainlink, Matic, Thorchain. That's it. These are, so I'm doing a certain percentage. I'm probably going to run between 25K of this portfolio just in what I believe is 10x gems over the 3-month hold. Okay, now little thing like Ethereum, Ethereum I'm seeing max of a 4 or 5x. So I'll sort of see what that, and DOT sort of run. So when I looked at that, Link, Rune, look where you're catching them. We're still catching them super early, and I got a little bit of Matic as well. Why? Because look where we're catching Matic. We're catching at a very stage. I don't have to work hard for my money. That must make easy money for me there. Now, what else I'm looking at on that is now I'm looking at what are good coins and are not ready to buy right now. And with those, I'm going to start looking at, like, let's say a simplicity of DOT. DOT at some point is rallying strong, but it's too much for me after a run now to buy. I want to catch DOT between, $40 and $44 again, if it gets there. But now it's simple for me that DOT is a coin that I want, but it's not in the buy zone right now. So I can either put my alarms and wait for it to get there, or I can be entering it into my KuCoin as a limit order. And only if it goes through, I want to be buying. So I think I'm getting to the point where I want to teach you guys, stop just buying. Fundamentals are amazing. They are. But TA gets your entries, and it makes you buy at the right time. Do you remember why TA is very favorable for me, and just why I just chose it? Because there's no emotion. The problem is with fundamentals is you fall in love with your coins. You fall in love with the tokens. You do. No, and when you don't, and I've been watching. Before I jump in here, what happened with BitBoy, buddy?
That's exactly. I'm actually watching it. How did you know? How did you know I'm watching this thing on the screen?
What happened there?
Hold on, let me get on the screen. I mean, this is such a fucking joke. Oh God! But I don't know. I don't know. Did you guys watch this? Just hold on. Let me get this on for you guys.
Saying Bitcoin is going to 20 million, Pomp. Hold on. No. See, that's a lie. 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 get people to click on the video.
That's a lie. That is a lie. That is a lie. I did not say that.
Does that.
I did not say that. That's a lie. I did not say that.
Your thumbnail did, Pump. My thumbnail said XRP to 589. Your thumbnail said Bitcoin to 20 million. What is the difference?
They spit it up.
There is not a difference. And you're out here trying to spin this and trying to make me look like an idiot when you're the one that's doing the exact same stuff. It's hypocritical. Saying Bitcoin.
I don't know. I don't know. Did you guys watch this? I watched this yesterday, but someone just showed me this version where they sped it up. It makes it sound so hilarious. But I mean, this whole situation is, I was watching this yesterday. And I mean, you guys know that, BitBoy is one of my favorite people in the world. He runs the best crypto channel in the entire crypto universe. Isn't that what he says? Hold on, I've got to try and find this. The best business. I think it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean, you can't take away what Pomp has done for the ecosystem and how much of a Bitcoin guy and how much he's done for Bitcoin. But it sounds to me like Pomp is bitter because he positioned himself as a Bitcoin maximalist. And the truth is that right now, if you're not in altcoins, it's a problem. But, he took on BitBoy about BitBoy's tiles and clickbait. He said he took on BitBoy about BitBoy's tiles being, XRP to 589 and Shiba Inu and stuff like that. But it's true, and I'm looking now at Pump's channel based on what BitBoy said. But it's true. Like, you do get, Pump does exactly the same thing. I mean, here's a tile of Pump's where it says Bitcoin to $20 million. And Bitcoin will be $5 million. What's the difference between saying that and XRP goes to 589? Like, the levels are exactly the same. I can't actually believe what's going on here. I actually want to see if we can find BitBoy against Pump over here. But I think it is so funny. I mean, you all know that BitBoy, great guy. I mean, great guy. He runs the biggest channel in the entire interwebs. But I think in this case, I think Pump was wrong. I think Pump is just as clickbaity. He's just Bitcoin. And I think a lot of people have made a lot more money on altcoins than a lot of people have made a lot more money on altcoins than they have on Bitcoin. And everyone's free to do what they want. Let's have a look here. How long is this?
Here's my deal. I refuse to go stuff coins down the audience's throat so that I can pump my own bags. But that's exactly what's happening over there. If you go and you look at the headlines, at the titles, etc., there's literally people that are telling you absolute trash shit coins are going to $10, $15, $20 that are sitting at less than a penny or sitting at a couple of cents. And ultimately what occurs is you're watching people who are literally taking their money. They're investing in things and then they're running to the audience and they're not explaining to anybody what is actually going on, why there's true value being built, interviewing the founders or any of that stuff. All they're telling you is price targets. And what they're trying to do is to literally pump up assets so that they can later sell them. But that's not in my opinion, a good long-term strategy.
That's not
And so
fair.
people are going to start to call us out.
Fair.
I happily will have BitBoy Crypto come on this show. And I promise you, it'll be an absolute train wreck. Because I'll sit here and I'll go through every single video that he's ever done. And I'll call out every single thing that I think is unethical, not good for the audience, etc. You cannot sit here and tell me that you continue to preach over and over and over and over again a bunch of these.
So that's what he did. That's how Pump invited BitBoy to his show. And he brought him
the final say, because you were kind enough to come on. What do you have to say?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's fine. I understand that. What I will tell you though, that's what people want. They want price targets. They want to understand where you think the asset is going. I've never once said this is going to this number for 100%. Go pile.
I'm going to try and find the beginning of the interview for you guys.
They want the
BitBoy Crypto is here. What's up, man?
Not much. How's it going?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I've saw some unflattering thumbnails of me on the internet yesterday, but aside from that, I'm golden.
Yeah, listen, let's just get into it. First of all, who are you and what do you do?
Blah, 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 blah.
That you sounded very out of touch with it. And that, you and say that the things that I said were factually correct and the things you said were factually incorrect. So basically all I said was this. And I think that really how this kind of started was you had people in your chat relaying what was said without actually seeing the entirety of what was said. All that I said was, when I watched your video on Shiba, I had the thought to myself that you sounded very out of touch with it. And that, if that was confirmed by going into your comment section. When you look at the comment section, of course, Shiba's got a really strong community and they're going to be in there disliking the video and making a lot of comments. But to me, just to say that Shiba is totally invalid, that really makes you a little bit irrelevant. And the reason because of that is that when you look at the amount of money that people have made with Shiba, It's insane. And so when you are telling these people I talked to people yesterday. I was actually in Houston for the World Series, go Braves. But, I actually went to a barbecue place yesterday, and there were some guys there, coincidentally, at this barbecue place, who were having a crypto meetup and had no idea that I was going to be there. And so I come in, they're having a crypto meetup, and I heard Cardano, I heard XRP, and I was like, hold on, guys, you're talking about crypto. And they said, oh my gosh, you're big with crypto. And I said, yeah, we talked for a long time. These guys have become millionaires on Shiba. And now they're taking their funds and they're putting it in other investments and other projects. And it's a transition. I do want to say this, though. The way that you portrayed yesterday what I am and what I'm about with Shiba is 100% false. I've never bought Shiba. I've never owned Shiba. I've never told people to buy Shiba. I don't like meme coins. We talk all the time how meme coins are really kind of a waste. However, when you give the message that people are stupid for investing in it, and you give the message that you can't make money with it, that is factually incorrect. People have done that.
I've never said Bitcoin's going to $20 million, right? I've
never said XRP's.
This is where it got juicy.
Hiding behind it's clickbait. It's clickbait again, but it's not you.
Everything possible. You make a million different snippets from your podcast because you understand views and you understand attention. That's what it's about. If the YouTube game was not rigged for clickbait, I hate doing clickbait. But it is what it is. That's how you get views here on YouTube. That's why you put my face on a thumbnail yesterday.
Yeah, because listen, just so we're clear, you said shit about us, and I shoot back, and so I have you here. Which again, I respect you coming here, but it doesn't change the fact that literally, if you create great content, I'll promote this shit. I promote people's content all the time. We have people come on here on a weekly basis that do great content. I promote the hell out of them. My problem is that you are hiding behind it's clickbait. It's clickbait. Again, but it's not you interviewing somebody.
You do the same thing.
No, you show me one video. You show me one video. You show me one video. You show me one video.
Yes or no? You think Bitcoin's going to $20 million now?
Literally, Greg Foss came on.
Yes or no? Yes or no?
Greg Foss came on, and the entire thing is Greg Foss says Bitcoin's going to $20 million.
The thumbnail says Bitcoin to $20 million. Do you believe it's going to $20 million?
That's
yes
the thumbnail.
Again, you're trying to hide behind the fact.
You're trying to put something on me that you do. 100%.
Again, somebody came on our show and said something. Okay, so again, I've never said Bitcoin's going to $20 million, right? I've never said
XRP's going to $589. Well, I've never said that one time.
Well, you did say Dogecoin was going to $5 in 2021,
right? All I said in that video, if you watch the video,
okay, yeah. So this got super nasty. I'd actually love to hear from you guys what you think. Whether Pomp was out of line or whether BitBoy was out of line. Sheldon, what do you think?
I think they're both. They both do the same thing, you know what I mean, and they're both trying to prove who's sort of right at that thing. But yeah, you know what I mean. As long as they're backing and they're teaching people on how to handle shit if it goes wrong, you know what I mean. There's nothing wrong with opinion, but come on, you got to structure it more.
Craziest thing I've ever heard. I think Pump's bitter because he just never caught the altcoin run because he was such a maxi. And I said it to him himself when I interviewed him a few times. I love the guy. Pump was on my CNBC podcast many times before when I was at CNBC. Pump was one of my regular guests there. Great guy. I mean, I think since he became much more famous, he's become much harder to get hold of. And I think that, that's a quality that I don't like in people. Where they're one person at one point and they're a different person at another point. But hey, that's Pump. And if that's the way it is, that's the way it is. But I think he was a little bit out of line taking on BitBoy because I think he does exactly the same thing. He's got tiles on his thing, Bitcoin to 20 million, Bitcoin to 5 million. And then you have to look really deep in the title. You have to look here. It says Bitcoin to 20 million. There's no difference between that and then saying XRP to 589. I think we both know that that's exactly the same thing. So I think I saw another one here. Bitcoin, why Bitcoin will be $5 million. It's the same thing. Just one is Bitcoin and one is altcoin. And I think in this kind of community, you should be able to choose whether you want to be in Bitcoin or into altcoin. Anyway, let's degen. Is there anything else that you want to talk about? Any other degens?
Well, we just have a look here, 2 secs. So what I've done, guys, is I don't have time, and this is I think what helps a lot with this is we're now flying this weekend. We're going to be busy in Lisbon. I don't want to miss Q4, and this is why I use the percentage now. So I've stocked up on 50% of it, Rand, just because I don't want to touch it for the remaining of Q4. I've stocked up on this, and it was the simplicity of adding to my ZIL portfolio. We lost our other positions, but we're getting new ones now, which is cool. And we're still at that really main point. Let's jump over here and you can see. So I've stocked up on Chainlink, on Matic, on ZIL, on Theta, Cake, and Rune. Those are the ones that I think, and I want to hold them for Q4 for now. I'm still sitting with over 50% of the count, and that's in case we have our leverage little dip. And then we're going to look at the rest. Nothing is really screaming massive buys right now, unless these are. But these buys that I'm buying right now are 3-month buys because we're not at the point where, are we going to be bullish this weekend? We need to hold specific levels. I think we are, but I'm not at that point yet where I can say, I'm at a very high percentage that this weekend is going to be a massive run. I do think a big pop is going to pop at any point, and that's why I still want to be a good section in the actual market. And then we got cash for when there's any other specials in the market. So these are my ones for now. that our Q4 holds. I think these are my 10x gems already. I think this will give a good start. And then you'll see as we progress, all the things we add to the portfolio and how to run with them. I just want to run an account with you guys, and Rand's going to run an account with you guys, and we're going to show you the different strategies and show you when things go through this or go through that, just help you through the whole thing. It's not about which one is better. It's about showing you the two powers of the two. That's it.
What I'm doing now, just for you guys so that you see, I'm looking at the leverage. The leverage is too high. I can see that leverage is a very cyclical thing. And when I say cyclical, you can see leverage goes down, leverage goes up. Leverage goes down, leverage goes up, leverage goes down, leverage goes up. And price usually tracks leverage. So here we go. Let's start over here. There was high leverage and the price was going up. Here we go. So from here, price exactly tracked leverage. That usually happens in a bull market. For me, I'm just going to chill for a little bit. I'm going to sit on my hands. I might miss some entries, but right now, when I look at the KuCoin coins, I can't see anything that I think, wow, at this point, it is super, super, super cheap. And I'm going to go for a much more opportunistic portfolio, and I'm going to wait for something that's cheap. So let's see, let's wait. Let's decide who you want to follow, maybe even follow both of us.
No, definitely follow both of us. That's what it's about.
I want to just, again, the power of this Banter community. So remember yesterday I said that we're going to give the kids, the underprivileged kids, we're going to give them a whole lot of money. So we're going to do that today. We're arranging that. But yesterday I said that for every person that signs up to KuCoin using the description link, I'm going to give $20 to underprivileged kids from Crypto Banter. And we're going to buy them school uniforms and stuff like that. So we had, basically, I now have to pay over $50,000 because of the Crypto Banter community. We have to give $50,000 just based on yesterday's signups. $50,000 is going to go to kids. It's amazing to see that the community is giving back. And again, like, we don't get the money from KuCoin. We do have an affiliate link with them somewhere down the line, but we don't get money from them up front. So we're going to be giving that to the kids. Sheldon, before you go, anything else before we get on the flight? Anything else that you want to add, remove, talk about?
No, it's just the coins I've spoken about now. You can see where I'm buying all of these things. They're looking fantastic. So yeah, they're looking great, looking fantastic. Zill's looking good. And we had a lot of good calls. I know I gave that port call a few days ago. That thing, you're up 45%. The gamer token also, you're up 25%. There's a lot of them. There's nothing screaming absolutely huge right now. But please make sure you are on CoinPanel and following us on Twitter, because when any of these things are in buy zones, I'm going to tweet and I'm going to buy. And we're going to be updating you guys on when we're adding to our actual portfolio. So right now, Bitcoin's in middle territory. So you don't go absolutely crazy. I heard someone say the portfolio is boring. Great. Because that's what you call a safety net in the back end. Wait until my other 25 then gets placed and gets used. It's called being smart and having a target. The guys that don't have targets are going to get crushed in the bull market, definitely.
Okay, let's see how it goes. Guys, we will see you guys again over the weekend and possibly on Monday. We will bring you live coverage from the Solana conference as soon as we get there, because remember, thanks to you guys, we got the press pass. We will be updating the charts together on the plane tonight. Tentino and I will smash those charts. We'll see you guys again on the weekend and on Monday. Until then, guys, trade well. Follow us on Twitter. I'm at CryptoManRun. He is at Sheldon_Sniper. Follow us on CoinPanel. Sign up for KuCoin. Every person that signs up on KuCoin does donate $20 to kids in need. When we get back from Lisbon, we'll actually go and give it to the kids. Love you guys madly. See you guys on Monday. Oh, you make a trade. You press trigger.
I don't care if there's even a dip. Like, I don't want to be in Lisbon and we busy somewhere and then I never bought the coins. So stocking up some now, the rest will do great. You're gonna be surprised.
I think it's a good strategy. I think you also stocked up on safe things. So, like, there is a dip. Exactly. Chainlink's always coming back. Those guys. Was much surprised to see how fast